Left of screen, we have Charles Leclerc, Yuki Tsunoda in the middle, and George Russell closest to me. Why don't we start with Charles today? Charles, podiums in 3 of the last 4 races. Just how confident are you and Ferrari coming into the British Grand Prix?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, I think we are quite satisfied with the latest tendency. We are improving step by step. We are not fully satisfied yet because obviously the end target is to try and win races. But going into this race, I think it's a race in the past that we were pretty competitive. Lewis has always been exceptional here as well, so I hope we can have a great weekend and hopefully have a shot for victory. I mean, it's been a long time since we last fought for victory, so I hope this weekend is the one.
Charles, you say you're not satisfied yet. This is the halfway point in the season. Can you just sum up what you and Ferrari have achieved so far this year and what you think the second half of the season looks like for you?
I mean, a much tougher first part of the season than what we expected. I think when you end up last year like we did, fighting for victories, fighting for the World Constructor Championship, we started this year hoping that at least we'll start in the same position, which was not the case. We struggled a bit more, but now we are finding our way again. With the development, it definitely helped us to do some steps forwards. I know that there are more things coming, hopefully as soon as possible, which will help us to close the gap to the McLaren, to the Red Bull as well. Mercedes seems to be maybe a bit more up and down, but yeah, it's up to us to do a better job than others and try and catch the guys in front. How will it look like for the next for the second part of the season? I don't know. I hope brighter than the first one.
All right, thank you for that. Good luck this weekend. Yuki, let's come to you now. It was a tough one for you in Austria. Let's start by talking about that. Do you understand the issues that you were having there?
The issue in the race was me. Tried to overtake in a way that bit probably I could just wait one more lap probably. Was a bit unnecessary to push flat out like that much in that situation. So the racecraft wasn't ideal for myself. The pace itself, yeah, to be honest, after that, change the front wing and everything, and just it's not really probably best reference I'll get, but yeah, it's still mostly the session that I'm working on really hard so far, especially long run is the stints or the session I'm normally struggling at. So we worked so hard last couple of days into here, what we can do better or not, and we're gonna try another couple of stuff that I never thought about. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Still feeling looking forward to it, feeling strong, and yeah, I think the short run it will just come hopefully soon. That in terms of the confidence, that level I want.
Yuki, some observers think that Red Bull is a one-car team. Do you feel you have the full support of everyone at Red Bull Racing?
Definitely, yeah. I mean, I feel different support, like especially these days more than ever, from Christian Helmut. I went to a bit of south of UK with a physio in Red Bull Racing to kind of reset myself, and that was coming from them, and they just wanted to have a fresh air and everything. Yeah, so that helps a lot to me to build up in a way with my rhythm, and also we're gonna try a couple of things that never tried, and they allow me to do quite a lot of things that probably they wouldn't do it. So in normal case, so yeah, definitely.
Okay, well, look, best of luck this weekend. Hope it goes well for you, Yuki. Thank you. George, good to see you. Got a new contract yet?
No messing around there. No, nothing, no updates since the last time we spoke. But honestly, as I've said for the majority of this season, I'm just focused on the drive-in. Of course, this weekend's a huge weekend for us. For me, my home race is my favourite race of the year. and that's where I want to give all my focus and attention to try and win this Grand Prix. We were on pole here last year. We were leading the first third of the race. Temperatures look slightly more favourable for us this weekend. Not as favourable as they were this time 12 months ago, but much more compared to Austria last week. And we know clearly that's where we struggled. So, just excited for that.
Well, I hope the performance is good, but just bringing it back to the contract, the longer this saga goes on, George, do you start to question the team's loyalty to you?
I mean, there's a lot of conversations behind the scenes that are not public, and I know where their loyalty lies, and it doesn't need to be public. It doesn't need to be broadcasted to everybody. We've obviously spoken, a little bit more over the last week because, there's numerous news articles and whatnot out there. But in all honesty, it doesn't really change anything my side because, as I've said before, I feel I'm performing better than ever. And it's as simple as that, really. Performance speaks for everything.
Are you talking to other teams?
No.
Okay. Look, good luck this weekend. I hope the performance is, as you said earlier, a bit better than it was in Austria. Let's open this up now to the broadcasters, please. Who's going to go first? Yeah.
Tom Slafer, DAZN Spain. Question for George, considering this topic. It feels like it's been your best season in Formula One or one of the highest level seasons you had in Formula One. Do you feel it's a little bit unfair that you're in the middle of all these rumors?
That's for you to judge. And for me, I feel quite thick-skinned and I don't really read much news or listen to rumors, and I just focus on the facts and I focus on the driving. And, I said it at the beginning of this year, you can have a contract, but if you don't perform, you're out. And if you do perform, everything sorts itself out. So, from my side, not really much more to add, really, and just focus on the driving, as I've been for this whole year.
Okay, thanks, George. Next one, please. Mara, yeah.
A question to George. You said no news about your renewal, no other option. But George, maybe knowing that your team is also speaking with another driver or other drivers, is it right for you to check out other option beside Mercedes for yourself?
Every team has 2 seats available, and it's normal that every team is considering what the future holds. And I don't take that personally because I made it clear from the beginning I'm happy to be teammates with anybody. So, of course, there's lots of conversations, lots of rumours, and all of these are being pointed towards me. But, from my side, that isn't really going to be the case. I want to continue with Mercedes into the future. The fact is, Toto has never let me down. He's always given me his word, but he's also got to do what's right for his team, which includes me, but it also includes, the thousands of people who work for Mercedes. For me, it's nothing to worry about because, I don't think I'll be going anywhere, and whoever my teammate will be, it doesn't concern me either. So. Just focus on the driving.
Okay, thanks. David.
David Croft, Sky Sports. Still with you, George, but I'll change the subject. There might be a candidate coming forward to seek election for FIA presidents as the man who heads up the GPDA. Do you welcome a competition to Mohammed bin Sulayem for the FIA presidential elections later this year?
I think in life, competition is always good because it brings out the best in people. And, it's something we've been vocal about in the past. It's probably got a little bit too much airtime in the past. Things have seemingly been moving in a better direction, which I think is just good news for everybody involved in the sport. But at the end of the day, if there are two people fighting for one position, you bring your A game. It's a bit like a driver's contract, I guess. Yeah.
All right, thank you. Yep, let's go. Yes, over there.
Tim Harini, TSN. Question for George. Bringing it back to the contract. Sorry, I had to ask you, but does Mercedes provide you with the best opportunity to win a drivers' championship?
I think so. I think going into next year, there's so many unknowns, so many unknowns with the car, so many unknowns with the engine, with the fuel, and I think for us, sort of from both sides, our best opportunity of winning is to continue as we are. We're performing, I feel, at the racetrack at a very high level. I feel I'm performing at a high level. I've been working with the team now. We'll be going into my 5th year next year. And I think, for all of us, Lando, Charles, drivers who have been with their teams for so long, when you're going into this such a fresh start, I think consistency gives you your best shot.